Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiki, and today I'm going to show you how to make a craft. So a while ago I made a couple of cute LARP items for my friend Kate when we went to the Brandywine Festival, and I made a little pouch to hold her notebook that goes on her belt out of an old tote bag, and I got a lot of comments asking for a more in-depth tutorial on how to do that, so that is what we are going to make today. You can make this fit whatever book size you want to. If your book is bigger, you might need more fabric. So if you do want to make this out of tote bags as well, you might need 2 of them, but you can kind of customize it however you want. So I'm just going to show you how I made the same style that I made for her, and then if you want to add extra pockets or like make it bigger, that's totally up to you. So let's go to the craft room. Hello, I'm in my mom's craft room again because I love it in here. It's very cute. This is actually my old bedroom, and she's decorated with the cutest vintage knickknacks. They're absolutely precious, and I love her little color scheme she's got going on in here. Also, on that note, Nick and I are moving soon, so I will hopefully have a new crafting space in the near future, which I'm quite excited about. To make our little notebook bag, we really only need a couple of things, which I will show you. You are going to need a tote bag. This is just a pretty thin one that I don't use anymore. You're going to need a D-ring, as well as some kind of lobster clasp. It doesn't really matter what the shape is. On Kate's I used a swivel clasp, but it really doesn't matter. This one is stationary. The only thing that matters is that it can fit over your D-ring. You're also going to want to have your books that you want to base the size off of. I'm going to do a bigger pocket and then a little pocket on the front for the small book. These are my little notebooks that I take to LARP with me, so it'll be perfect that I can have them both attached in one place. The first thing we're going to want to do is start taking apart our tote bag. Remove the straps, which we will use later. This whole top piece is going to come off, so don't worry about these. So the first step is deciding how big we want the main pocket to be. Mine is based on this book, which is not huge, but it is, obviously bigger than this one. So I'm going to use the already sewn corner here and place my book right here. Then that way we're only going to have to hem the top and sew up one side. I do want the top of my book to stick out a little bit, so I am going to mark where to cut it. So I'm going to cut it right here because it's going to be a little bit lower than that once I hem the top. And then I can just cut this in half. Now that we have this bottom little pocket here, I'm going to turn it inside out because our seams, we want to be on the inside. So now that I have it inside out, I'm just going to take my book and put it inside on the corner here. I don't want it to be too tight on the book, so I am going to leave a little bit extra on the side, but then what you can do is take some pins, pin up the side here, and then you can check and see if that is big enough or if it's too tight. And then once I have that marked out with my pins, I'll just put this up next to the pinholes that I can still see, and I'm going to mark it with a pencil. Now that I have this seam marked, this is where we want to sew along. We don't want to cut it here because then it would get too small. So I'm going to cut a little bit further away from this to have some seam allowance. We'll put this aside, and then with the other piece that I cut off, this is what I'm going to use for my small book. This is already made into like a pocket shape, but I really only need it to be one piece of fabric. So I am going to cut off the other sewn edge of this. And now we have a strip of fabric. And you want to figure out which side is, you know, the nicer side if there is one, and make sure that that's the part that you're gonna have facing outward. Now I can take this piece of fabric and put it on top of my smaller book here. It's going to lose a little bit when it gets hemmed at the top. And I wanna make sure that there is plenty of space on the sides, like maybe like 1/2 inch on the sides here, because I don't want this pocket to be super tight. And once I've figured out where I want to sew this pocket on, just gonna mark it out. Even though you could cut this right on the line, I'm gonna add just a teeny bit extra because I'm gonna iron down the sides of this. While my iron is heating up, I am going to sew the top hem. And again, make sure you figure out which side is the nice side of the fabric to keep facing outwards, and then you can sew it accordingly. Now that I have the top edge sewed down, I can iron the sides. If you want to use your book to make sure that the pocket is going to fit, then you totally can. I'm just going to flip it back over to where that messy side is, and I'm just going to fold over and iron the edges. And now that I have all the edges ironed down, I can just check it one more time. Perfect. Before this pocket can be attached to the main bag, we need to put one of our little closures on. So using one of the straps, I'm going to put it around this D-ring right here, and this is actually going to go on the front of this pocket. So now that I have a little strip cut off, this is what's going to hold the D-ring in place. And because I don't want it to slip around, I'm going to sew right here first. Now that I have a seam here holding that in place so it can't fall down anymore, you'll see that I left a little bit longer on the piece that is the front because I don't want any of these fraying edges to show. So I'm actually going to use this longer edge to fold over. That way all of the unfinished seams are kind of tucked up inside each other, and then we can sew it on the front here. So I'm just gonna iron that down. Here is what it looks like from the front, and then the back is just kind of ironed flat like that. Now this piece is gonna be sewn right onto the front of this small pocket. Now we have our little D-ring attached to the front pocket. And I like to sew in a square just to make sure it's really secure. And now with our bigger piece, I'm going to turn it right side out, keeping in mind I need a little bit of seam allowance on this edge, so it's going to get a little bit smaller on that side. I'm going to put it where I want the pocket and pin it on. Make sure you don't pin through both pieces. You don't want to sew this pocket closed. We only want to sew it on the one open side. I have my pocket all attached, and the pins are only on the one side of the fabric. I'm just going to make sure it stays open when I'm going through my machine so that I don't accidentally sew onto this back part. And now we have the front pocket attached, and we can test and make sure it fits our little book. Fits perfectly, and I am very pleased. It's good to check because once we sew up this side seam, it's going to be really hard to fix this unless you want to unpick that side seam. Now that we have that done, we can flip it back inside out, and we can finally sew up that first pencil line we made on the side. Okay, now that that side seam is completely done, we can turn it right side out, and now we can test it again. Look, fits really well. It's gonna have this top hem, so it'll show a little bit more. And we'll try it with this one in at the same time. They both fit very nicely. So now I'm gonna turn it back inside out and trim off some of the excess on the side. And now we have to hem this top bit. You're just going to take the bag on the sides here and kind of roll it over. You can iron it if you want, or you can just pin it. It's up to you, but we're just going to make sure it's inside out, sew it along here, and then we'll move on. Now that I have this flipped right side out again, we are very close to done. The next thing we need to do is we need to attach part of one of the straps to the back of it so that this bit can loop around and attach up here. So same thing I did with the last one, I'm going to just fold this over and sew it in a square right here on the back of it. Because my little clasp is so small, there are two options. You can just put it on the strap as is and deal with it bunching up, or you could take your strap, sew it in half, and then that way it will lie much flatter. I'm not that particular about it, so I am just going to use it as is, but that is always an option. Now that we have that done, the very final step is to put our little clasp on the end here, but to make sure it's exactly where I want it, I'm going to put my books back in. Because this is going to be hanging off of my belt, I don't want it super snug on the top here. I want a little bit of slack. So I'm just going to string on my clasp, and I'm actually going to attach it to the D-ring and just figure out exactly how long I want this strap to be. And once I have that figured out, I can just pin the strap and take it off. Remove my books. Now I have it exactly where I want it, and I can just sew right along here. Now that I have it all sewn down, I can trim off the extra, and it is actually finished. I have my books in here, and now I will show you how you can put it on. So the way you put this on is super simple. You're just going to undo the clasp. You're going to put it up through your belt, back over, and attach it. And now you can be hands-free, which is my favorite thing to be at a LARP or a Ren fair. I also don't love carrying crossbody bags or backpacks because it kind of breaks my immersion and kind of hurts my scoliosis, so I much prefer to have my weight attached to me at my belt. And so this is the perfect option for me. As long as your belt is pretty tight, it shouldn't fall off unless you're running around and being crazy, but I pretty much will always just reattach it just to be safe. I think I might dye this to match my LARP kit, so we'll see, but I think it could be really cute and green. The best thing about this, especially for LARPs, is that even though I made it for my books, if I don't need my books, maybe I want to go play chess, I can just take my little homemade chess mat that I made, stick it in here. I've lost a pawn. These are my chess and checkers pieces. They can go right in here. Maybe I want my little fingerless gloves for the night. It's not quite cold enough to wear them yet. I can really use this for anything, which is perfect. No, my pieces keep falling. If you are also a LARPer and you like to have a notebook on you, something that I highly recommend, I got this tiny little pen and it has a ring on the end, so I attached a little lobster clasp, and my notebook that has these little strings on it, I can just attach it to my book. I can't lose my books if they're attached to me, and I can't lose my pen if it's attached to my books, so that's another great hack for LARP. I hope you enjoyed this little sewing tutorial. I took sewing classes as a kid, so I have like the basics of sewing down, but I kind of like to just wing it and figure stuff out as I go, which is how I came up with this little creation. There might have been maybe a better way to construct this, but considering it was an old tote bag that I didn't need anymore and now it is something actually useful to me, I think that that's the most important thing. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. I really appreciate you. You allow me to do this kind of content, so thank you very much. If there are any videos that you would like to see from me this year, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again very soon.